As promised, all my crypto nights, I am back with another Christmas comic book review for all of you beautiful people in Webtown. This is courtesy of Rob Liefeld. I know, you're saying, what? Why didn't we cover this during Rob Liefeld Appreciation Season? Because it wasn't Christmas time, that's why. This is the Awesome Holiday Special from Awesome Entertainment. And this features 3 or 4 different stories, and we're just going to get into it right now. Even though I have made it very clear I'm not a big fan of Steve Skroce's art in any way, shape, or form, I'm still going to go through this because Alan Moore writes a good comic book. Let's start here with the Fighting American. Suddenly, on a U.S. Army base that is classified. You know, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but nobody really wanted to see you again. You can't think of Christmas without thinking of kids. I can anyway. Smash, smash! Smash, smash? That wasn't an original line the first time I heard it, and it hasn't improved with age. Roar! Especially not when Spice, a state-of-the-art cyborg, looks and acts like a 16-year-old girl. If you've got one fully functioning brain cell in there, it has got to be so desperate for company. Leave Smash alone! Smash, on the other hand, despite his best efforts, just thinks like a child. Now we're getting somewhere. 3 syllables. Kind of a sentence, but still, I can't have something as ugly as you plopping out of somebody's chimney at this time of year. You could give Santa Claus a bad name. As relentless as a wind-up toy. The perfect match for a girl every bit as inventive as the men who created her. Okay, I don't have to be the good girl I know I've been all year to figure out you tag me like that one more time and you're going to find a nice big lump of coal in your stocking. The perfect challenge for a girl who thinks she can do anything. So, since I was given the ability to speak in every known language in the world, let's put it this way. Spice, smash, smash. Hey, this would be the point where you collapse in agony. No, smash, smash, spice. How about I start a new holiday tradition and deck your halls with good girl power? And then, oops, I broke it. She knocked his head completely off. How about that? Hi. I'm not, in trouble or anything, am I? Or so we thought. Fighting American and the Thunder God! Verily, she doth have spirit. Told you. But this is one present we won't be able to take back to the store. No sweat, Pops. It did the trick. And besides, it's the thought that counts. Happy holidays to one and all. And up next, we have a Youngblood prologue featuring Shaft, written by Alan Moore. From the diary of Jeph. That's Shaft. September was a dog of a month. Riptide murdered. Now, if you have not tracked down the Judgment Day 3-issue miniseries Alan Moore wrote for the Awesome Entertainment universe, which we covered previously here on Crypto Comics, you can go watch that in the playlists. You're going to be very sorry because this has a massive spoiler alert. So, you're going to want to skip ahead a few seconds so that you do not have this spoil Judgment Day for you. September was a dog of a month. Riptide murdered. Sentinel found guilty at a high-profile trial. Youngblood disbanded. Sometimes life blows up in your hands. Everybody just sort of vanished. Combat went back into space to rejoin his troubled people. I always complained about using the can after him, but I'll still miss him. The former Vogue returned to the Soviet Union. No, the Soviet Union doesn't exist at all, nowhere near, 10 years earlier it fell. This is weird. Badrock got a part as himself in the new Youngblood trial cash-in movie. I think one of the Baldwins is playing him. I was pretty down back then. Even thought of quitting the crime-fighting thing myself for a while. But what can a poor boy do? In October, I gave in to curiosity and went to visit Waxy Doyle, the furniture-polished billionaire I'd met at the trial. In the 40s, Doyle was a fifth-string superhero called Waxman. Now he wants to relive his youth in Proxy by founding a new Youngblood. So this is actually a prequel to the Youngblood 2.5-issue series from Awesome Entertainment. His mansion, House of Wax, naturally, will be turned over to the new team as a headquarters. He showed me around. Turns out he's a super team buff. Lectured me for hours on obscure groups I'd never heard of, The Metamen, the Stormers, the Sacred Seven, the Fantasticor. Doyle's a nice enough old guy, but kind of boring. It seems his only condition on funding Youngblood is that his adopted son, Leonard, gets to be in the new team. This could be a big problem. Not because Leonard's in a wheelchair, but because Leonard's a prize jerk. He did this big routine about how all the black guys in Youngblood turned out to be evil, like Chapel and Sentinel. I was about to tell Doyle to forget the whole thing when Leonard decided to show me his laboratory. After that, I pretty much decided that if Leonard wanted to be in the team, then that was fine by me. He has about 5 robo-bodies of different sizes. They're all called Big Brother. The biggest ones have multiple seating and sleeping room inside, so the new team won't need a Quinjet or a Youngblood mobile or whatever. Anyway, I said yes to Waxy's proposal and moved into the mansion. By November, we'd arranged auditions for the new team. Waxy said we had to focus on the youth aspect. Frankly, I think he just likes teenage girls, but I didn't say anything. Hey, I like teenage girls. Mind you, our first candidate was technically 44 years old, but around 25 of those were apparently spent in suspended animation. Biologically, she's 19. Her real name's Linda Kendall, better known as Professor Knight's assistant Twilight, the Marvel Girl. I remember their licensed TV show from the 60s. She must have been like 12 or something back then. Uses blackout bombs. During our practice skirmish, she decked me before I got off one good shot. I guess she's pale, but interesting. Actually, I really liked her. I wish I could say the same about our next applicant, who arrived late. This was because she'd been darning a black hole near Andromeda, then rescued some puppies from a kennel fire. Suprema. Imagine Nancy Drew with a thermonuclear capacity and you've pretty much got the idea. After scorching my fingers with a super speed handshake, she said I could join her team, but that I should get a haircut. Then she left because she had to polish the moon or something. The next contestant, Johnny Panichik, turned up with his mother, who proudly described the kid as an in vitro fertilization from some unnamed genius father. Funny, Linda was raised by her uncle, Leonard is adopted. I think Suprema was too. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, I'm just saying is all. Waxy took Mrs. Panichich for a walk somewhere out of the way, while I interviewed her son. He got changed into the suit he designed. Tiny laser lenses and mirrors all over, for producing hologram images, speakers that broadcast modulated sound, a buzz gun firing designer drug ampules. It's sort of like being attacked by a rave party. He calls himself Johnny Panic, which he tells me is a quotation from Sylvia Plath. I'm not sure, but I think that's the lead singer from Garbage. After Johnny and his mom left, we interviewed the last applicant, Rachel Richards, who was chaperoned by her grandfather. Granddad, as it turns out, is Rex Richards, an old colleague of Waxy's from the 40s. He used to be known as Doc Rocket. His granddaughter also insists on being called Doc Rocket. I asked for a demonstration, so she changed into her costume. Later that night, I watched a security camera replay, slowed down almost 1,000 times. I still didn't see where she got the costume from. I didn't really see how she'd inherited her grandfather's powers either. Didn't he get them by injecting rocket fuel or something? I mean, wouldn't that just kill you? It was a naughty philosophical question. I watched the video around 15 times, thinking it over. Ba 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 boom. Through early December, we began training together as a team. It was completely hopeless. The first day, Suprema managed to alienate everybody except Twilight, who's known her for longer and can, actually stand her. Naturally, things changed as weeks wore on. They got worse. Suprema started insisting that we throw out everyone except her and Twilight. Oh, we got another spoiler alert coming up for all of you who haven't read Judgment Day. Here it comes. She wanted to enlist Skipper, Toby King, the lawyer who busted Sentinel, and Roman's nephew, this kid called Lamprey, who can't breathe out of water. I told her that I didn't want a junior allies, which she eventually accepted. Hell, I didn't even want a senior allies, but according to the news, Die Hard had reformed them anyway. We needed the competition. Actually, maybe we did. Everybody seemed to sober up once they realized how amateurish we'd look. By Christmas, we were a semi-functional team. Unfortunately, Christmas can be emotionally stressful. This may be why an emotionally fueled mutant named Stormhead chose Christmas Eve to go nuts in Coast City. Other than that, Christmas was pretty quiet. Maybe 1998 will be a better year. Oh, and I got socks from Mom. Probably that's what put Stormhead over the edge too. Anyway, happy Christmas and good night. Maybe I'll go watch that video again. Oh, sneaky little bugger. Then you flip it around and you turn it upside down. And you've got Kaboom! We've covered this previously. You can check that out in the playlist, you know. Rob Liefeld Appreciation Season treated us right. Whoa, and we got a little taste of Coven here too. Hell's Kitchen, around midnight. It's a rough little section of New York City that many would rather forget exists. But one man cannot let go of. Who? Although this place is open to all, Donald Gallagher has been an altar boy long enough that a late-night visit to a house that has as many prizes does not lend itself to the best intentions. The visitor reaches instinctively for the holy water. Damn. And he remembers that old habits die hard. Sir, can I help you? Me? No, I don't think there's anybody here that can help me. You know, the Almighty has a sense of humor. Did your Father Croswell teach you that in Sunday school? You knew Father Croswell? I've run into him, and he's run into me. Whoa, gargoyles come alive. If you can't be with us, Jamal, then you can't be anything but dead. Old Nick's jackals. Looks like the evening won't be a total waste after all. You took his mortal name, Jamal. You knew he couldn't have that. Tell him to piss off, Ed. Scratch is what I'm calling myself these days. Tell him yourself. Back in hell. Sploosh. Holy water. The flesh sack altar boy. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You bought me an opening, kid. Now, get out of the way. Setting them on fire, I guess? I'm not really sure. As we forgive those who trespassed against us, and lead us not into temptation. What's all that about? I had a bad night, and this cashmere overcoat is never going to be the same. So don't go looking for a thank you, my son. Father Croswell, he told me once, the Lord can only help those who wish to help themselves. Did Father Croswell say that? See, he's Father Croswell, inhabited by a demon. Did Father Croswell say that? Idiot. Holy night. And we have another awesome story about Kaboom, where he goes shopping with the two chicks that he loves. You know, our buddy Jeph Sunrise. He goes shopping with Alicia Watcher and Kate Winslow for some Christmas presents. And he looks into this Christmas globe. And that's not my reflection staring back at me. Kaboom! This is what I'm talking about. One word. Kaboom. The lights go out and something from the Kaboom cycle is here. And while every bone in my body is screaming to lie down on the floor, it's on with the show. Hey, you come here looking for me? So let's get to it. I got shopping to do. I mean, after fighting some of the villains I've fought, what's a pen light going to do to me? Pen light? Get it? I had to ask. Ooh, boom. Nice shoes, kid. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. There's a hole in me where there definitely shouldn't be one. Switchel, switch, whoosh. Wow. For some reason, the gloves decided that me being torn up isn't such a great idea. Well, that may work for me. Having this gold bullet pierce somebody else's navel might not be as pretty. If that's your best shot, you're going down. Kate, get out of the way. Alicia, which way would that be? Oh, yikes. Gotcha. What just happened? It missed us? I took it downstairs, away from everybody, only to find out it wasn't an it. Haven't much time. Difficult holding corporal form. Your atmosphere. Who are you? Don't you know? By the unspoken one. I'm too far in the past. Huh? Time warp. Your mother needs help. Remember me, Jeph. Wait, my mother? My mother is alive? Light bright. And just like that, the power comes back on. Only this time, the store's all lit up with electric snow, and everybody just figures it was all a big show for Christmas. Sometimes funky's good. Hey, Kate, that is very cool. I don't believe it. We agree on something. Oh, well. Hey, it's Parappa the Rapper. He's a rapper. He's Parappa the Rapper. Check it out for your Sega CD. Maybe 3DO, also back in the day. You guys okay? I got lost in the dark and don't tell us you missed it. Oh, I don't think he missed anything, including where he's standing. Mistletoe? Lucky boy. Merry Christmas, Jeph. I am lucky. In so many ways, it's embarrassing. But deep down, I know tonight was a warning. Somewhere, somehow, I'm going to have to find my mother. And soon. Merry Christmas, Jeph. Happy Hanukkah, Jeph. Merry, happy holidays, everybody. And a very happy holidays from all of us, which is just me, here at Crypto Comics. And thanks to Rob Liefeld for always trying to put out Christmas books whenever he could. You're going to get to explore a couple more of these as we get closer and closer to that holiest of days. Thanks for watching. Don't be afraid to share this with your friends this Christmas season. Hit that thumbs up and help out a homeboy. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the ding dong for notifications. And then remember to come back here tomorrow for another Christmas comic book from Crypto Comics. I'm out.